people of the interwebs, I hope you're having a fan-dabby-dozy day today. New York is approaching rapidly, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to share with you my favourites of my luxury travel pieces and a couple of not so great options. If you do not like Louis Vuitton, I suggest this isn't the video for you because there's going to be a lot of it. Those are my top 10 luxury travel pieces. Now I'm going to introduce you to 3 of the worst. They're all Louis Vuitton. New York, New York, they say. The trip is imminent and I am unprepared. I'm rushing around a bit like a headless chicken. My room looks just chaos. There is stuff everywhere. I've got to dig the luggage out and get that all ready, and I just feel massively unprepared. So this is a good opportunity for me as well to dig out a few of my favourite luxury pieces. Maybe see what I might be using for the New York trip. As I said, there is a lot of Louis Vuitton in this. There is plenty of eye candy. I don't know how many pieces I've got scattered around here, but I've got my favourites, the ones I already know that I'll be using for New York, and some probably quite surprising fails for travel pieces. Anyway, we will get into that. The first piece is a Louis Vuitton piece, and it won't come as a great surprise to anybody at all, because I think for anybody out there that owns a Louis Vuitton Neverfull GM, this would be a go-to for a travel piece. I love this piece. I think it's fabulous. I've got some air paper in there keeping it all upright and everything, but I have also got a bag organizer in there. If you can't see it, but you can see I've matched it. I've colour matched it to the pivoine lining, so you can't really see it very easily. But this is kind of a no-brainer. I'm saying that, but I was considering not actually taking this to New York because I don't think I'd use it at all while I'm out there. But this is a great travel piece. You just chuck everything in there. It's easy. It goes over the shoulder. You can mould it to your body shape if you don't have it completely rampacked full. And it's a Neverfull. It's the GM. So, I mean, there's not much you're not getting in here. Everything goes in this bag. I still need to decide if I'm going to take it or not for this particular trip, but pretty much for every trip I've ever made since I've had that bag, it has come with me, and I bought that in 2016, I want to say. Alongside my Neverfull, I would usually carry my mini pochette. This isn't the mini pochette, this is the Pochette accessoire, and I would wear it crossbody with the Louis Vuitton Vachetta crossbody strap. It's got the perfect drop for me, and I like that it's on me and it's safe and secure. So I would keep passports and ticket information and all that kind of stuff, my cash, my phone and stuff in here. And when I'm not using it on my crossbody, it pops into the Neverfull and I can use it as a larger catch-all in there. It's a great piece to take on holiday as well, because if you've got the crossbody strap, then you can use it on holiday as a little crossbody bag. You can use it as a clutch. I don't use the strap that comes with the Pochette accessoire. Just don't like it. I just don't like the length of it. I just don't like it. So I'd either use it as a clutch or use it with a Vachetta strap, or maybe a different strap. But this is a great travel piece. As I say, I would normally have this on me, and then when I need to, I can just pop it straight into the Neverfull. I nearly said mini pochette accessoire, and that's because I would also use my mini pochette accessoire. I love this little thing. I think it is fabulous. I would use this to have little bits of jewellery and stuff like that in there. I would also have I'm going to take my HRT patches in this. Maybe some other medications, some Rennies and paracetamol and stuff like that. It is a great little catch-all. Again, it squishes down, it moulds. One of the reasons that I really like this, especially for any jewellery pieces, I don't take a lot of jewellery with me when I'm on holiday. I'm quite lazy with my jewellery. It goes on, it stays on. I'll take a couple of costume pieces, but I won't be taking huge amounts of jewellery with me. But the things I take, I like to have it secured. So I would use the clip and I would attach it to the D-ring on the inside of the Neverfull, or run it through the D-ring on the inside of the Neverfull. So that way I know that is safe and secure. Now with all three of those pieces, the GM Neverfull, the Pochette Accessoire and the Mini Pochette Accessoire, the prices are just insane now. And I bought these at a time where, I mean, I think I paid £160 or something like that for the Mini Pochette Accessoire. My GM Neverfull was about £800, I think, and I bought this at about, I want to say 460 thereabouts. The prices are insane for all three now. Do I think they're worth going out and buying now? I'm not entirely sure, but for me they have become, through using them, they have become absolute travel essentials. And this is a very kind of, if you know, you know kind of travel piece. This is the Pochette Voyage, I want to say. Probably got that name wrong. Oh, it's the Etui Voyage. This is in the PM size. I love this piece. Look at it. Look at how it opens. The zip comes along the top and down the side, almost all the way down the side. It is a great, great piece, and I use this for things like paperwork. You know, if we've got hotel confirmation bookings and stuff like that. Yes, we can access these things on our phones, but I like to have hard copies available as well. I did have a work trip where I was relying on my phone on my British Airways app for my check-in and my ticket and my boarding pass and all of that stuff. And while I was out on my work trip, my phone bricked and I needed to, I needed to have printouts to get back home again. I have got a video on this, I believe. If I do, I'll have it linked down below. This is one of those things where it doesn't get hyped up very much. I don't think a lot of people know that this exists, and I just think it's brilliant. This is also a great one for just chucking under the arm and off you go. I've taken this to friends' houses before for an evening where I've just put my phone and my keys and all the other bits and pieces I've needed for the evening. Didn't need anything with a handle, wasn't going to be carrying anything, could just pop it on the sofa next to me and we're good to go. So this is a great piece. I would recommend. And another piece that I think is very, very much looked over or overlooked is this. This is the cube d'arrangement, or packing cube, and this is in the medium size. This is in the size, and currently it's full of costume jewelry and stuff. This is one of my all-time top travel heroes. It can carry so much, but the thing that really makes this amazing, and I do talk about it a lot in a video I did on this, so I'll have that linked down below, because I do think, you know, don't sleep on this piece. The main thing that makes this a hero piece for me when traveling is it is the perfect size to go into your hotel safe. So when we get there, all the things, passports, you know, spare cash, keys for the house at home because we're not going to be using them, all of those bits and pieces, jewellery, everything, pop it in here, just close the flap like that, don't even have to do it up, pop it in the safe. Then when you go in and you need to get something out of the safe, you can just pull the whole thing out instead of sticking your hand in there and rummaging around. Absolutely epic piece. Cannot recommend these highly enough. I'll probably use it for cables and some, you know, because I'm a YouTuber now. I wasn't a YouTuber last time I was on a plane, but I'm a YouTuber now. So I'll have things like charging cables and some bits and pieces in their microphones and stuff like that. Other little travel pouches that I find really handy for when I'm on the flight and everything is my little Longchamp coin purse. I actually won this in a giveaway a few years ago. Couldn't believe it. Had my eye on them for ages, hadn't ever got around to buying one. Won one, and it's really, really cute. This is from the Le Pliage range. The size and shape of it can make it a little bit awkward. It's good for things like lip seals and lip products and stuff like that, but obviously it's a bit wide so it doesn't sit flatly in things, but again it's really malleable, and I might have this for things like little boiled sweets or something like that to suck on when we take off and when we land. so my ears pop nicely. Don't get to use it, or don't choose to use it very much outside of traveling, but just for those like little bits and pieces, it's really, really good. And similarly, I've got this at Longchamp. This is from the Andre collaboration, Mr. A. And this has got a handle on it. I wanted one without the handle, and I don't think they do them at all anymore like that. But again, this is a great little piece. And also you can then use it as a tiny little grab and go when you're out and about at your destination. Now, all of these are luxury pieces, and therefore I don't want to put them in the hold. I want to keep these with me, so these will all have to go into my carry-on, whatever that might be. If I can fit them all into my Neverfull, then brilliant. If not, then we'll have a little wheelie bag or another bag, which I will come to shortly. My niece mini, I bought this one as soon as it was released, pretty much a couple of months after it was released. I absolutely love this. Didn't want a niece BB. This one came out and I thought, that's probably a really good size for me. Now, I do have loads of bits and pieces in here. It's great for travel size things. It's got the wipeable interior and everything. It can get a little bit chaotic in here, and I haven't got a bag organiser in it yet, although I keep meaning to order one. It does have one slip pocket right at the back, for which I have some little cotton pads and things like that in here. Now, one of the reasons that I like this is because you can just open it up and then all your things are in there, moisturisers, all of that kind of stuff in one place. Pop the lid on it and, you know, there you go. it's covered. Not everything is out on view, and it is quite pretty to look at. So a really beautiful piece, and it has actually made me want to get other sizes, unfortunately for me and my bank balance. There's the niece BB. No, it's not the niece mini. And sticking with the luxury toiletry bag situation, I have this Fendi, well, it's a FENDACE toiletry bag. This is the larger of the two sizes they do in this shape. You can see it's got FENDACE dust bag in there, and then the Fendi Zucca print in tobacco there, and on the outside it's the Fendi Zucca print in pink with the Versace Baroque over the top of it. I've got the larger size because not everything will fit in the niece mini, so it'll be things like my hairbrushes and stuff like that don't fit in the niece mini, so this is a great option to have. It squishes down really, really nicely. It carries a load. You don't have to fill it up because you can fold it down and it'll still fit in around all of your stuff. The niece mini doesn't squish down, so this has got that going for it as well as just generally being a really gorgeous piece, and I love it. I don't have a luxury cabin suitcase, although it may be on the cards at some point in the future. Who knows what the future holds. But one of the things that I really, really like to use for travelling on planes and things are the Longchamp bags. I have got 3 here, which you can't really see. But one of the reasons I love using the Longchamp bags is they do fold up really quite small. This is also for the Andre collaboration, and I will find a picture of it and stick it up here. And this year I also added the London limited edition one. So these are the same size. These come with a crossbody strap or a shoulder strap as well, which clips onto the ends here, so you can pop it on your shoulder, and obviously they're nice and flat. You can just carry 1 or 2 things in here, or you could really load them up, and they're lightweight to start off with. They're really, really great. This one doesn't have a popper on it to fold down and secure itself like this one, but these two are exactly the same size, and they are just a great bag. I used to wonder when I'd see people carrying these Longchamp sort of travel overnight bags and stuff and think, what is the fuss with all of those? Sometimes the fuss is merited. These are fantastic bags. If you want something a little bit beefier from Longchamp, then there's this option. This is the extender travel bag. So at first glance looks like a similar size to the other two, but it's got this zip around here. That was the original size, and then unzipped. Look at that. So you could have a relatively small bag going out, buy a load of stuff, and then have a slightly larger coming back with all your new goodies. Those are my top 10 luxury travel pieces, the best ones I think that are available out there, the best ones tried and tested by me. Now I'm going to introduce you to 3 of the worst. 3 of the worst travel pieces that are luxury. I'm going to tell you why they're the worst, but I will tell you now, they're all Louis Vuitton. I know, it sounds like sacrilege. Louis Vuitton, known for its luggage and travel pieces. And here I am, just about to tell you, these ones really aren't great. The first one might be a bit of a surprise because it just showed up in my best of list, my top 10. It is the Nice Mini, because I want to use this for all of my toiletries. I'm not putting this in the hold. This means I have to carry this, and with my toiletries in it, I have to be careful with things like A, the size of those creams and lotions and potions, and also the faff of taking those things out of here in a clear plastic bag to take it through security and then put it back in. It's just a bit of a pain. It also takes up a lot of room, and it is introducing something into my hand luggage that I don't necessarily have to carry in my hand luggage, because all my toiletries can pretty much go in the hold. I mean, that's not a problem. It's the fact that I'm using this to carry them that is the problem. That makes it a bit of a fail for air travel, because I don't want to put it in the hold. I want to keep it with me because it's luxury and I don't want to lose this and have to buy another one. It's probably one of the worst options for me, if I'm really honest. Another Louis Vuitton fail for travel, and it's another toiletry piece, and this is a vintage Trousse 28. It's got the wipeable lining, it's got little bits to slot your bottles in, stuff to keep them upright. So as a toiletry bag in and of itself, it's great. It's big, it's roomy, it's got that organisation in there. It does squish down quite a bit, but this is vintage. I can't remember when this one's from. I can't remember. I think it's the early 90s, I think, or late 80s. Daisy, I can't remember. Oh, you can't remember either, can you? It is a great piece, but it is so heavy. It's vintage. This canvas is thick with 3 C's. It is really thick. This is hefty. This ain't nothing. Ain't nothing getting through this. It is a fantastic piece, and I have used it for domestic travel in the car, again because I don't want to carry it because it's heavy, on a boat trip, and I think I used it recently but I can't remember what for. Oh yeah, to take to the beach. I took it to the beach. It's got great capacity, but I'm getting an arm ache just holding it up. It is hefty. We talk about Louis Vuitton quality getting worse, not being what it used to be, and the canvas being thin and maybe cracking and stuff. Yes, Daisy, I don't like it either, but it's what makes this a fail for me for travelling on a plane. And now for the big one, literally now for the big one. This is the biggest of all the fails for flying, really. And this is the Louis Vuitton Keepall 55 Bandolier in the deeply sexy, in my opinion, monogram Eclipse. Look at it. It's beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. We went for the 55. We did that thing, we were in store and we said, oh, the 55 is only like £150 more than the 45. We should probably get the 55. We should probably get our money's worth by going for the bigger one. That was a mistake. That was a mistake, because this thing, again, heavy. It's really heavy. It's got a lot of leather on it. The handles are really thick. We've got the crossbody strap, and it doesn't have to be full to be really heavy. It's just too heavy and too cumbersome. We have used this for international travel, but just so heavy. Give me something with wheels, or give me the Longchamp that's nice and light. I hope you found that somewhat helpful. Maybe not very helpful. All of my top choices and all of my bottom choices kind of revolve around air travel, around flying. I guess that's what's on my mind because, as I said, New York is imminent. I need to go and tidy up the extra mess that I've just made and start thinking about what I am actually going to take. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it the I can't do it, thumbs up love, and until I see you, yes you, boop, for the next video, which should be discussing which handbags I'll be taking to New York. Stay safe, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, stay fan-dabby-dozy, and bye-bye!